Hi, I'm Alison Seponara.
And I'm Taylor.
And we're the hosts of the Anxiety Chicks podcast, where we dive deep into the reality of anxiety, nutrition, and mental health.
Listen as we explore all things anxiety healing while keeping it real, including our own struggles with mental health.
We'll bring our expertise as healing professionals to the conversation while discussing the tools and strategies you need to heal the anxious mind.
Listen to the Anxiety Chicks on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Anxiety Chicks podcast. I'm Alison Seponara.
And I'm Taylor, and today we have the June Q&A. We have some really good questions, and I'm going to just start with the first one right off the bat. So, can your iron level affect your anxiety level? And I just want to answer that one real quick.
I know nothing about that, so Taylor, take it away.
So, yes, and I think it's actually really something important that people should get checked out. Like, definitely go get your iron panels checked out. And it's actually usually done when you go get just like a physical, when you go to your doctor. That's a very normal blood test to run. I noticed that basically every client, including myself, that I test nowadays, not so much iron, but the ferritin level's low. And there's a million studies at this point of low ferritin and mental health connections. So that's definitely something to look into if you're listening to this and you're like, hey, I have low ferritin. Yeah, look into that. Very, very prevalent.
So that's really interesting because, of course, I, as a holistic practitioner, I do a lot of research on, different deficiencies as far as our body goes and vitamins and supplements. I have not actually heard about iron. So that's good to know.
Low ferritin. So ferritin's actually like kind of your storage of iron. So you can have normal iron levels. Like you could be not anemic, right? But you can have low ferritin, and we're seeing that a lot for some reason. I need to figure out why, but it's pretty crazy. Mine was too. Mine was like 11, which is very low. So, just something to check out. And it's always good when people ask these like nutrient questions. I feel like we get one here and there every once in a while.
Yeah.
Just taking that little bit of info to your doctor, any little bit of extra, because some doctors will even say like, you're borderline, it's no big deal. But it kind of is a big deal, especially if you're struggling with mental health.
Totally. Yes.
Okay, next question. Do you ever experience health anxiety for loved ones? I'm currently struggling with this.
Yes. Do you want me to go first? Yes.
So what does that look like for you?
Okay, so I will say it definitely, my health anxiety definitely manifests more with myself. But when I think it really heightened after my dad because of how sick he got and everything. Now, oh my gosh. My sister tells me like she has to get a biopsy for something like on her skin, or my mom's going to even just get her physical. I want to go with her, and I want to make sure they're doing everything. She's getting older. And then, yeah, my anxiety definitely attaches to that for a while when it comes to their health and I'm constantly sort of checking up with them. Did you get your, blood test back? What did they say about it's even if it's not anything serious, like I told my mom to get updated blood work done. She's going to the doctor and she did not want me to come with her. And okay, she wants to be, she's independent. I get it. She really is. She's independent, but I want to, advocate for her. And I was just like, so did they check this? Did you ask them about this? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yes, I said whatever, but she really won't tell me anything, but I'm still asking questions constantly. So that's how it shows up for me. I'm literally asking my friends and family, well, what happened? So what happened? What did they say? Well, what did they say exactly? Is that something I have to do? And then I start thinking, is that something I should ask them about too? Yeah, it's not.
So you're saying
I'm working on it.
Before your dad, you didn't as much?
No, I did, but it was more hyper focused on me, which it is still hyper focused on me when it comes to health anxiety. But I think maybe because of what I saw with my dad and I saw about the healthcare system and just it's even worse than what I thought with a lot of medical professionals. Now, I think just the whole experience just made me so not able to trust like anyone in the medical health profession, and with COVID and all that stuff, it's my health anxiety is just a lot more.
I like how you said COVID. I think that's a
Yeah,
lot of people.
it's just more intense and more frequent in my brain.
Yeah. No, I feel like a lot of people since COVID too, they worry more about like everybody and things and just health.
Yeah,
And I'm the same way. I with my parents all they ever I'm sure you too. They think you're just absolutely annoying at this point. They're like, "Oh, it's always you bringing up something. Always you." I'm like, "Mom, you get your colonoscopy yet?" She's like, "Can I just have a piece of
right.
peace around you?" I'm like, "No, you can't cuz you won't go get these tests done." So yeah, I'm the same
Totally.
way. But
Yeah.
definitely like not the health anxiety that can like, cause me a panic attack. I'm not going to have like sitting at home extremely it's more of just like the obsessive loop thoughts of like, "Oh, I got to check with my mom to make sure she's got this done." But not so much of I don't know, it's hard to explain. That's more with myself, like the like where you can actually spiral into full panic attack because you
Yes.
actually experience the symptoms.
Yes, so true. And also it's in front of you. Like my mom and my sister don't live with me. So if something's happening and I know either I feel something physical or I see something on my body and then my brain starts spiraling, I'm constantly reminded of it because it's like in me. It's here.
Yes.
So I'm not, yeah. So I think I'm detached a little bit more from it with people that I'm not around all the time, you know?
Yeah. So, next question. When you had this anxiety about your heart, what did you say to yourself to calm down? I think this person's
That's for
referring
you.
back to when I
Yeah.
was going through all the heart anxiety stuff.
Mhm.
But I think we can both answer about what we say to ourselves to calm down when we're experiencing a physical symptom. For me, I think the best thing that helps me is reminding myself I've done all the things I can do to control a situation. You can't control every single heartbeat in your heart. You've gone to the doctors. You've been told you're okay. You've been told this is a normal sensation that just feels uncomfortable. You have felt this before. In that moment, I have to remind myself I need to just make peace with it and almost like be a friend of it and talk to it. Like, yeah, this feels uncomfortable, but it's okay.
Totally. I
It
love
feels
that.
uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable right now. And like really accepting that because I feel like when my anxiety used to spiral the most about this stuff is when I would almost like fight it and be like, "Oh no, I'm not feeling this way." Like if you can't see me right now, I'm like almost being jittery with my body because I used to do that. I used to be like, "No, it's not happening." And the more you do that, the more you're almost creating it. But rather acknowledging it, like, "Yeah, this feels really uncomfortable in my chest. It's not fun, but I'm going to be okay."
Totally. Well, I love that you said that. Make friends with that voice, right? Or change your relationship with that voice because what it is really a voice that's in your brain that's trying to protect you, even though it doesn't feel like it because it's just scaring you more. But that voice is trying to protect you from something that you perceive as dangerous and it's not in that moment. I mean, it's scary, but that doesn't always mean you're in danger. You know what I mean? So I think that there's just a lot of what your brain tries to make you believe in these moments that can feel real. Like those physical symptoms are real. You guys have to remember that. Okay. Everything you're feeling is real because your body is responding to that part of your brain that's been fired up from something, right? Like the amygdala is all active again because these thoughts are making you literally believe that something dangerous is happening to your body. So you have to literally have a conversation with yourself. So that's why I like be friends with that part of you because say something I say all the time to people. Name that voice. Maybe it's like Sally. I don't know. Oh, there's Sally again. Sally's coming up and she's trying to tell me that I'm dying in 2 hours cuz my heart's racing. Okay? And then you have to actually listen to the voice that you know is logical, is truthful, that helps you trust yourself, where you know you can say, okay, but I felt this how many million times before? Okay, right now I am here and I'm sitting. I know where I am. You know, if I feel like something really is dangerous in however long, okay, maybe I'll go and get some help if I really need to, right? That can be a slippery slope. You don't want it to make it like a safety behavior, but you have to learn to just step back and detach yourself from that voice, which naming it does. So you say, Sally is loud again. She's trying to tell me that like all these bad things are happening, but I know it's not. I'm nothing bad is happening. I feel uncomfortable right now. There's something, I'm trying to breathe a little bit, or like my leg is hurting, or whatever's going on, but okay. I know how to move through the discomfort. And that's what you just have to practice.
Yeah, that was actually what I was thinking about is I know that's another thing I've acknowledged or started to acknowledge. I know that I am hyper vigilant with my body. And I think also becoming aware of that and knowing that that is that is how you operate, you feel things. I can feel my heartbeat more than other people because I am hyper vigilant. And so I even say that to myself when I feel something. Oh, you're a very aware person. You're very hyper vigilant of your body. You're feeling something that maybe somebody else wouldn't feel. This isn't an emergency. Also, learning what an emergency is. The best thing that a doctor's ever told me is
Yes.
when you're having an emergency, you won't be wondering if you're having an emergency.
100%. Yes.
I'll tell myself, oh, okay, how I'm feeling is uncomfortable right now. We'll revisit it in like a day or two. And if this is still bothering me or something that's, doesn't feel like it's getting any better, maybe it's getting worse, then maybe we'll check it out. Because 9 times out of 10, usually like a day later, it's like, okay, where'd that symptom go?
Totally.
So you kind of trick yourself.
Totally. Love it. Okay, next question.
Okay. Ooh, Allison, you'll love this one. Does bad anxiety make you lose your appetite?
Ooh, I mean, listen, remember, everybody's anxiety looks different and symptoms are different. Some people actually get more hungry and they just
Yeah.
eat a lot of stuff.
Which I've had that. I've literally had that because it's like a fear of being lightheaded and experiencing any anxiety symptoms of that. So you're like, I need something salty right now. Like I need chips or something.
100%. Yes, exactly. That's a really good example. But for those that, lose their appetite, so that like biologically is very, very common because of, the way that your nervous system works, right? So the stomach is so connected to the brain and the part of the brain that like regulates emotions, including like things that make you scared or nervous, right? That's something that kind of just like paralyzes your nervous system. I mean, you fight or flight, of course, but with the nervous system that's connected to the gut, it suppresses that. So it's very, very common to feel not only not hungry, but then also feel nauseous, feeling like you're going to throw up, like butterflies in your stomach. I mean, that's like a very dismissive way of saying it. I butterflies in my stomach because anxiety is not just that, but that's essentially why that happens when someone's, about to do a presentation or someone is about to do something scary. And no, there's a lot of clients I have actually who when they wake up in the morning, they can't even eat breakfast because they already feel so nervous about the day that they have coming up. It might not even be a presentation or whatever big thing, but it's just like the mornings are stressful for them and they just aren't hungry, so they have to wait a little bit to actually eat at a time of day when they feel more regulated and they can eat in a more mindful way. So it's very, very common. I would, if it gets to a point where you can't eat at all, you have to see a professional because that, no, sorry. I mean, not to make light of this, but like you have to eat. Like this is part of life. You have to learn how to figure out what you can do in those moments. So, not that you can eat right then, but that you can eventually learn how to regulate yourself so you can do lots of things in life that are healthy, like eating healthy or moving your body and not just staying in your house. Like all of those things together. It's just important to figure out how to do. So shoot me a DM if you need some more resources. I can help you out.
I like that. Okay, last question. How are you guys feeling lately?
How sweet. Well, do you want to go first?
Sure. I am feeling optimistic. I am actually today actually a month gluten free and I did not realize how much it was connected to a lot of things I was experiencing. So yeah, I'm hopeful
How?
for that. I used to get like horrible, I've talked about this before, like the like random burping spells where I just felt like I needed to burp all the time. And then sometimes looking literally like I could pop a child out, like 9 months pregnant. And I never could figure out what was going on. But after getting a lot of my blood work done, it kind of freaked me out because it was showing signs of inflammation in my body. And I also had those thyroid antibodies that I kept seeing. We've talked about this for a couple years now, and I never really did anything about it. And now I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to trial it because my cousin actually is extremely celiac. And then also come to find out, you can test negative for celiac, but you can still be very gluten sensitive. So there's some gene in my family, obviously. So yeah, I just trialed it and I feel a lot better. So I'm very curious and hopeful that my blood work could be better, I hope, and inflammation and stuff. And I haven't felt bloated in since I've cut it out. So fingers
That's
crossed.
amazing. It
Yeah.
is amazing. Like, honestly, when you can really notice a difference with
Yeah.
that, because same thing.
It's the best feeling
Yeah,
when you like actually can notice, like you're like, gosh, this is so well, why haven't I been doing this?
seriously, you can notice it. I notice it a lot more too in my sleep. For some reason, not having like gluten helps me with my sleep. I don't know what that
That's
is,
interesting.
but and also like the intermittent fasting that I still do. That's literally been a game changer for me. But yeah, I think that's awesome. I've been doing pretty good. I haven't really cut out all gluten. I mean, I am Italian American, so I don't know how that would
It's
go.
tough, I won't
But I
lie.
will say,
Gluten's in like everything.
so I haven't really cut it all out, but I definitely watch it and try not to only have a percentage in my diet. But no, things are good. I'm excited the weather's getting better. I still have my days of health anxiety and of body image issues. I talk all about that on my stories. Just like follow me. And my reels. I'm starting to talk more about just the thoughts that go through my mind as I get older. But I feel like I'm really at the point where I'm waking up every morning and I say, literally, first thing I say to myself is, thank you so much for letting me wake up today and have a roof over my head and be able to live in a place that, I have a great community and I have people in my life that are healthy. And today is, I'm blessed. I'm blessed today. And like, there's always these thoughts that still come in that's like, yeah, but this is going to happen one day. This is going to happen one day. And then this is going to happen at some point too. And this is going to happen. And I'm like, okay, wait, what are you doing? I literally talk to myself. I'm just like, yes, I know. And I will handle it. When those things happen, I've gotten through a lot of hard shit in my life and I'll be okay. I'll handle it when it comes up. But let's focus on today. I woke up today and I'm really thankful I did. And so I sort of am waking up with a different perspective. And I also am sleeping better, like I said. And sleep is such medicine. So, and
Yes.
if you know what I mean? So I really appreciate this person for asking us. Thank you.
I know it really makes you reflect and think, but
Yeah.
thank you guys for being here with us this week. I know this one was a little bit more short, but we will see you guys next week.
Like, review us, subscribe. I say all the things.
All the things.
All the things. All right. Love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
We hope this episode reminded you that you're not alone and healing is always possible.
If something we shared helped you, the best way to support the show is to leave a review or share this episode with a friend who needs it.
And make sure you're following us on Instagram at The Anxiety Chicks for more support between episodes.
We're just two chicks on our own healing journeys, cheering you on every step of the way.
Until next time.
Take a deep breath. You've got this.